I am Reed, I am 27. Just an average dude. I've made tons of money mistakes in my 20s, and now I want to share everything I've learned to help you take control of your finances and your life. So you must get rich at some point in your lifetime, and I am going to tell you why. This was actually inspired by a hate comment I got the other day, funnily enough. The guy said, and I quote, "Why the hell is this new wave of finance and self-improvement content creators so obsessed with money? It is very strange to me." And I responded politely and respectfully because I genuinely meant this from the heart, brother. We aren't obsessed with money. We are obsessed with freedom. True freedom only happens when you have your finances in order, when you can send your parents money on a whim just because you want to, when you can donate more to charity because you actually have the means, when you can spend more on the luxuries of life without feeling guilty or stressed about your rent. Money is the mandatory stepping stone to a better living. That is what we really obsessed with, and I meant every single word of that. Whether you like it or not, money is necessary to live a good life. And trust me, I know it is so damn difficult. I know the system is rigged against you. These big corporations and high net worth individuals, only going to get richer, and the poor are going to get poorer. I genuinely believe the middle class is going to cease to exist in the next couple of decades. Honestly, the government is not coming to save you, and trust me, that pisses me off too big time. But here's the thing, I made a decision when I was around 19. I literally sat in my room and said to myself, I have two very simple options here. Option one, I sit here, complain about everything, and do absolutely nothing while my skills and my money just rot away. Maybe I wait for the government to do something, but plot twist, they never going to. Or option two, I flip the switch and go out there and try to make something for myself. I stick it to the man and I win. I provide for my family, I live a good life. I build wealth. It is literally a question of which side do you want to be on, and I get it. Rich is different for everyone. Some people think Lambos and yachts are rich. Some people think the FIRE movement, where you live on $1 million or $2 million for the rest of your life, is rich. Some people think just being able to do whatever you want whenever you want is rich. And for me, that latter was it, just being able to do whatever I wanted when I wanted at any point. I started this journey about 2.5 years ago, and I won't lie, it has been a bit of a mind trip at certain points. You are conditioned your whole life to think a certain way. You are so used to going to a 9 to 5 for years. Even your parents and family and friends and teachers tell you the same stuff. I don't know if you've heard this before, but money doesn't grow on trees, right? ILL, only get rich if I win the lottery, all of that. What do you want for Christmas? Oh, $1 million would be great. And it is like, why say that? Why put that energy out there, right? I swear on everything. Holy, I thought about this way differently. When I was 16, I told myself I don't know how yet, but I am going to be rich. I am going to be rich. I am going to be rich. I would literally yell it at myself in the mirror. 2014, I was 16 years old, and that is when it all started for me. And I had moments, trust me, as a kid, where all I wanted was the materialistic stuff. We all go through that phase, and honestly, you should go through it just to see how unfulfilling it really is. I haven't bought a supercar yet, but I had a buddy in high school named Caleb. We had this class that was supposed to be for homework catch-up and exam prep. It was about 42 to 45 minutes every day. Him and I were super into Forex trading at the time. We each printed off contracts for a 2015 Nissan GTR. We spec'd it out from start to finish exactly how we wanted it, and then we both signed it. Full transparency, I am not interested in GTRs that much anymore, but I am still super into cars. The point was, I brute forced myself to be around stuff like that as a kid, the nice things in life. Books, documentaries, podcasts with Fortune 500 executives. I don't know why, but I knew from a very young age I didn't want to live an average life. I didn't want to have to clock in for the rest of my time. I didn't want to do the same mundane stuff that you do when you are trapped in corporate life. Especially if you are making hundreds of thousands, they call that golden handcuffs. It is actually extra risky for you to just quit and leave because you are making so much. You get trapped in that life wanting that paycheck, but knowing deep down you are not free. I knew I wanted freedom, and I knew freedom came with money. This is actually what caused my dad and I to clash for so many years. He wanted me to go to school. He wanted me to not focus on these weird business ideas I kept having. He believed in me to a certain level, but when he saw that wasn't working and I had failed at literally 10 different business ideas, he sat me down and said, dude, just call it. Please just call it for the sake of this entire family. Please just get a job. It is not working. And that is a whole other video for another day, but I tried to tell him something that I am betting my life is the truth. When you get into the real world, it humbles the hell out of you. This is why I dislike school for the majority of people. For 80% of people out there, if there is anything that has been proven in the last 10 years with tech and the creator economy, whatever you want to call it, it is that the world doesn't give a damn about your piece of paper anymore. Obviously, take this with a grain of salt unless you want to be a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, I get that. But there are so many people who don't want those traditional paths, and there are people dumber than you who are literally making 100 times more than all of us combined. You know what constantly screws with my head even to this day? If you are watching this, you probably watched Woody S. Gamertag growing up. I watched Woody S. Gamertag religiously as a kid, and I loved it. You know who else watched him religiously? It has been confirmed publicly, Mr. Beast. Controversy aside, say what you will about the guy, he is an incredible businessman. I am sorry if I am swearing too much. I am not trying to sound cool. I just speak with so much damn passion. I speak with so much energy. I am just trying to get the point across. That kid was the exact same age as me. It has been proven on Woody S podcast PKA that Jimmy said, "Dude, your investing video changed my life." I was like, no way Mr. Beast did this. There is a comment section on Woody S videos with comments from the Mr. Beast account from 12 to 13 years ago that you can find online. When I read that about a year ago when I found this out, it just made me think him and I are the same age, but he made it much further in life than me. Obviously on paper, wealth speaking, internet speaking stuff, I don't know him personally, but look at the level this guy got to. It makes you think, damn, he is my age, and look how much further he got. Then you think of other people our age who are now smoking weed all day at 26, doing absolutely nothing with their life. I don't say that to be rude. I am just saying the paths that the same person at one point could take are just completely different. I know it is not good to compare all the time. I don't do it very often, but a little bit of healthy competition is good, especially for young guys. Of course, I wouldn't want to be making the same videos. He makes his content is more tailored towards kids, and I am big on business stuff, but the principle just really makes you think getting rich is not evil. It relieves so much stress. You are able to save more, you are able to invest more, you are able to take care of your family members, build true wealth for yourself and maybe your kids if you want to. I had multiple people in my comments recently, and I absolutely love hearing people's stories. There was this one guy in his early 20s with cancer who beat it, and another blind guy asking what businesses to start, asking what they could get their hands dirty with. That is insane in the best way. And then there are these other people who are more than fully capable. They don't have any defects or disabilities or deficiencies, and they remaking these constant disgusting excuses as to why they can do something, but someone else can. You need to take accountability for that. That is ridiculous. And to the people probably commenting on this video saying, well, someone has to be broke, right? Someone has to work at the factories. I guess it LL just be me. I'll just continue being broke. It is like, if you want to be like that, go ahead. But the chances are if you clicked on this video, you know you want more. Even if you don't fully know it yet, you know that a future version of yourself somewhere out there would thank you and shake your hand if you buckled up and learned to make a boatload of money in this day and age. There is literally no excuse anymore. As long as you have a laptop or a phone and an internet connection, you can literally make money by simply pressing the right buttons and reaching out to the right people. Cold strangers? I did this and look where it got me. I made friends because of it. It is insane to think about. I can go off for days about business opportunities, freelance and one-off services, TikTok shop, sales and appointment setting and closing, content creation. All of this has been made possible in the last decade. Here's the one thing I want to leave you with. You are paid based on the value you bring to the marketplace, period. It is as plain and simple as that. Stack your skills, market those skills to people who will pay for them, and keep your monthly burn rate as low as possible. It is so simple, it is almost impossible to fail off at that point. Listen to end this. This stuff is not easy. Getting rich and wealthy is extremely hard. But you know what else is hard? Being broke is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. Not being able to pay for a family member's medical bills in an emergency is hard. Not being able to take your girl out for a nice dinner just because is hard. Everything in this life is hard. I've realized that, and some days it pisses me the hell off to where I don't even want to do anything. But I just push anyway. Everything is hard. You just need to pick which side of the fence you want to be on. Go get what is yours. Ask for that raise so you can invest more. Start that side hustle or business on evenings and weekends. Learn the markets. Just put one step in front of the other. Trust me, as always, if you've made it this far, I want you to win. And I want one thing from you. Comment below with your why for getting rich. I am genuinely curious. Peace.